Hey everyone, True here, and we are getting a surprising new unit. It is a new 100% guard, a new Storm Lancelot. It is Bride Lancelot. She has the second highest HP in the game, below average speed, and probably the lowest TU active skills on any unit in Evertale. First up, we have Swift Rage, and at 70 time units, this is already the highest TU skill on this unit. 75% damage to one enemy, the user becomes enraged, so basically next attack deals 50% more damage. Quite a simple skill, nothing too special about this, and it is mostly a fallback skill, I would say. So let's check out the next one, which is also a 70 time unit skill, and this one is Purify Stun. Again, a new skill that purifies two allies, whether that is sleep, burn, or poison. However, there is another distinction, as you see in the name, Purify Stun. If you remove a non-burn status effect, it also stuns one random enemy for 50 time units. This is not the only exception in terms of a burn status effect on this unit, so stay tuned. Also, if this user is in battle trance, also more on that on the passive skill side, she will basically have this skill as an instant skill, so she can Purify Stun and then immediately get another turn. And what can she use that turn for? Well, very likely for Bonds of Agony, which is a 50 time unit skill that costs 0 spirit, so it can be used anytime, but it is only usable if this unit is in battle trance. This skill deals 500% damage to one enemy, and also Bride Lancelot will become enraged afterwards. 500%, 50 time units, 0 spirit, that's already quite a hefty skill, but do not fear what happens if she isn't in battle trance. There's also another powerful skill that she can use, and it is an instant skill. It is also an instant desperate skill like we saw on Water Alice, but this time it is Bridal Swift Slash, little callback to the Royal Swift Slash on the original Lancelot. This time 500% damage to one enemy and 100% HP recovery. Also, she will also recover 100% HP after the next attack if she survives it. Like the Royal Swift Slash, this attack also ignores all damage reduction effects. It is a desperate skill, so only usable if she is below 50% HP. And an additional requirement is that she is not in battle trance, but in that case, she has the Bonds of Agony anyways. The Bridal Swift Slash costs 2 spirit, the only skill of her that actually costs spirit, but yeah, it is an instant skill. So all in all, we have 2 skills that cost 70 time units, one that costs 50 time units, and one that costs 1 time unit. And we haven't reached her passives yet even, so let's go to that. And here it becomes even more interesting. As mentioned before, this is another 100% guard, and that is explained in her passive Thunder Guard. Again, it is kind of a Divine Guard mechanic. Every time she survives an attack, she also heals for 10% of her max HP. Additionally, here the Thunder kind of comes in. Every second time this unit takes damage from an attack, the attacker will be stunned for 100 time units. And also, this is not considered a skin effect. So the only way to avoid this is basically to be stun immune or have a stun ward. Stealth attacks, yet again, cannot ignore this stun that, as I said, will be triggered every second time. Additionally, this unit cannot be defeated by damage from burn or normal poison status effects. Notably though, this is not a hold ground effect, and it is also not an endure effect, so this is basically a bit weaker in my eyes. She just cannot die from burn or normal poison. Super poison or mega poison can still defeat this unit, and this will possibly become interesting, especially if we see some stronger poison units released in the near future. But for now, this is of course a very strong thing, 100% guard. any enemy attack that would hit 1 or 2 allies, this unit has a 100% chance to redirect one hit to itself. By the way, you can already see a clear pattern here in terms of 100% guards that are being released. Either it is an Anya or it is a Bride. But moving on to what makes this unit really shine potentially, and that is Ultimate Defiance. Basically, if this unit would be defeated by an attack, it has a 20% chance plus 20% per awakening, up to 100% chance if this unit has 4 awakenings, to instead enter the battle trance for 150 time units. Important to note here, of course, this new mechanic in terms of improving the probabilities. If you awaken this unit, this might look a bit like a pay-to-win thing. Honestly, I don't take it as that, regardless whether you are wailing for units or if you are free to play. 100% cards usually need to be fully awakened to be a consistently good improvement of your team. And yes, one copy is still nice because, a 100% guard is never hurting, but in general, you need the full awakenings anyways. And if you have her fully awakened, this is basically a 100% chance that this unit enters the battle trance instead of being defeated by an attack. I think it's important again to point out the wording here. If this unit is defeated by an attack, she can also not die from burn or poison, normal poison that is. However, if she dies to super poison or mega poison, I think she will still be dead and she will not enter the battle trance. After talking for so long about the battle trance, what does it actually mean? She cannot be defeated by attacks. Again, the wording is important. She cannot be defeated by attacks. She cannot be defeated by normal poison and burn because that is stipulated in the skill above, but mega poison or super poison could still kill her. So this is not like the indefeatable skill from someone like Storm Michaela or Morphe from Water Alice. This one has a weak spot and it is super poison and mega poison, and I actually quite like that because poison has been really done dirty over the last 1 or 2 years. Angel Reset could potentially benefit from this already a bit, but more importantly, this looks like we are going to see new poison units in the near future. Anyways, moving on, what else happens with this kind of battle trance? If this unit defeats an enemy with an attack while in battle trance, it will lose the battle trance immediately and recover full HP. Basically, she just gets another chance at life. And with the Bonds of Agony skill, honestly, I can see it happen. Yes, her attack is very low. I mean, she is a guard after all, but especially if she is also enraged, that 750% damage with that 50 time unit skill can be quite good. Of course, for example, she is not stun immune, so you could just stun her into oblivion and the battle trance will not really help her all that much, except, of course, stalling out your team. You can also put her to sleep potentially because she will need to deal an attack and kill a unit to actually survive and get another chance, basically repeat the cycle potentially. Because if battle trance ends after the 150 time units and she hasn't killed a unit yet, she will immediately be defeated. Now, last but not least, another stipulation comes in that basically makes her unusable for burn teams, and that is battle trance cannot be unlocked if you have any allies that have the burn blast or burn drive type active skill on the battlefield. So you really just need to keep her away from these kinds of units, or half her skill set becomes void and null. One thing to point out here is that burn blast or burn drive type doesn't mean that all burn units or all fire units are affected. Most notably, someone like Nobunaga does not have a burn blast or burn drive type active skill and could actually be a very nice combination with Bridal Lancelot due to her Crimson Ward skill. That's it for now. As per usual, I will do a detailed review with the AI analysis, with the tier prediction coming soon on this channel, and also put up some footage of top level arena as soon as possible on this channel. I would recommend you to actually wait until the new lucky fountain is released, because then you will get fountain rewards for spending your soul stones if you want to get her. I mean, honestly, a 100% guard, as I've said many times before, is always a solid bet to get for your team. You cannot do much wrong there, especially I think if you are not a super new player, because if you are a new player, then I don't think getting this guard is a high priority, even though in certain circumstances she can of course also deal a big amount of damage. So even for new players, it's probably not super bad of a choice. Very, very solid unit as far as I can tell so far, but more on that in my analysis. Don't forget the super and mega poison weakness that I pointed out a few times. I think this might become of interest or important in the future, maybe in the near future. So stay tuned on that. But for now, thanks to Lance.js and Saturn for the materials used in this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to become a true carrot. I appreciate your support a lot, and as always, thanks for watching.